Conor has said that he's coming back June 29th, fighting Michael Chandler, 185 pounds. Dana White yesterday has said that he will return in 2024 this year, but we don't know who against, we don't know what weight, we don't know any of the details. Conor said that when he was drunk, or yeah, he seemed drunk, but at least on a night out and to social media, posted on social media, as if he kind of runs the show, which in part, he definitely does because of his influence with the UFC. But Dana White obviously has a lot more clout. There is no way in this world Conor McGregor is fighting this year. Definitely, 100% not at 185 pounds. Conor's wins have been at 145 pounds and 155 pounds. He's best lighter at 145 pounds. Probably walking around at the moment at about 180 to 190, maybe even more pounds. For him to cut, first of all, it's not possible. It's too rich, too much going on in business life, too much going on in his life is too good. You need to be insanely focused, insanely motivated, driven, disciplined in order to do that. It just hasn't got that anymore. It's been 2.5 years since he got destroyed by Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier had his number with the calf kits. Again, just had the calf kit, got him closer, didn't have that left hand because he was too far away, and then demolished him. Khabib just, again, absolutely demolished him. People have come out this week, I think Bisping has come out and said the only way Conor can win is if he knocks him out in the first 2 rounds, because Conor is a sprinter. I will go further than that and say Conor is a fat sprinter. Conor is a fat sprinter. Fast twitch muscle fibers, needs to be at 145 or 155 pounds to even go 2 rounds. So I'd say unless Conor has finished this in 3 minutes at 185 pounds, unless within 1 minute, but if he can get to 155, 165 pounds, 170 pounds, possibly. But you saw what Nate did to him at 170 pounds. And Nate's on about kind of fighting him again at UFC for 300. Good for Nate. Really easy victory for Nate. There's no way Conor's fighting this year. I just cannot see it happening. For Michael Chandler, brilliant cash day. Nate Diaz, another easy cash day. Any of the other guys, Gaethje, Poirier again, easy cash day. Any of these boxers fighting Conor at that weight, anywhere close to kind of 170 to 185 pounds, easy cash day. Of course they all want to fight him. Of course they want to motivate him to. The only reason that Conor has said that around Christmas or whatever when he's having a drink is because he wants to continue to remain relevant, which he just isn't anymore. This new kind of type of fighter that has come since Khabib and Khamzat, it's just a different level altogether. These guys are just fighters through and through. The only way that they finished their career, and Khabib was clever. See, Khabib's very, very wise, and he was clever to finish when he did, 28-0, and just get out there. He's not interested in the greatest of all time or anything nonsense like that. He knows what he did. He did it all under his father. He promised his mother he'd leave, and then he left. Simple as that. Conor needs to be famous, and Conor's entire kind of the whole brand surrounding Conor, for that to keep working and to keep working optimally, even more important, he needs to be fighting, or at least be still relevant and people still talking about him in the fighting game. It's not going to happen. He's not going to fight this year. So if you're getting enthusiastic and excited about Conor coming back, it's not going to happen this year. It's not. I cannot see him coming back. The risk reward for Conor to come back, anyway, even if he can put all that discipline, all that work, it needs 6 months. You need to get the chemicals out of the body, whatever, and allegedly, whatever you need to say in order to kind of protect yourself there. You need to get all that out of the system. Then you need to be firing on all cylinders with your own hormone system. Then he needs to come down from what he's walking around in now to 145 or 155 pounds, whilst he's worth close to $1 billion, maybe 600 million, I don't know. Not going to happen. Just damn right, not going to happen. So the only way I can see anything working out, and the UFC will be clever about stuff like this, is if the UFC orchestrate something like paying Michael Chandler to get ready for that June 29th fight. For example, get ready for a fight like that, for Michael Chandler to pull out at the last minute, for Conor to do what he's, again, allegedly done before, which is say, I'll fight anybody, just pick anybody, and to have that level of confidence, and then fight somebody that's actually an easy victory for Conor. But even at 185 pounds, there is no easy victory. Anybody at 185 pounds will take Conor out, unless Conor wins it in the first 1 to 3 minutes with a lucky left hand, or with, no, it's not a lucky left hand, it's a skilled left hand, because that's his only weapon. Unless he does something very explosive in 1 to 3 minutes, it's not happening. It's as simple as that. And yeah, I mean, if you're kind of hopeful, if you're thinking it's going to happen, I think your optimism is getting the better of you. It's just not going to happen. And Yeah, it's a shame because I'd love to see him disciplined, motivated, really on it again. Even, after breaking his leg against, I want to say Dustin, must have been Dustin in the last fight, midway through 2021. I'd love to see him disciplined and motivated again and kind of like back at what made him all this money and what made him so successful, but it's not going to happen. So don't bet on the safest bet you can place this year is betting that Conor will not enter the octagon. That's the safest bet you can bet.